Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day so far. In today's video I am taking part in the Drugstore makeup tag, the 2022 edition. I recently saw this posted and I think it was the same creator who created the tag. I saw this on Jen Phelps' YouTube channel. I absolutely love her channel. If you haven't seen it, she does amazing videos all about dupes and drugstore products, comparing them to high-end and all of that good stuff. And I saw this video on her channel with 14 questions all about drugstore makeup, and that is what I do on this channel. I only use drugstore makeup, so these 14 questions are just diving into what I love, what I think is overrated, what I think is underrated, etc. Let's just get on into the questions. Number one is, if you could only use one drugstore / affordable brand, what would it be? And I would have to choose Revolution, and I am choosing Revolution and all of these sub-brands of Makeup Revolution, so it's a little bit of a cheat. However, I think I could absolutely just live using only Revolution products. Their base products are fantastic, their eyeshadows are good enough, we'll get into that later, brow products, mascaras, lip products, etc. I feel like I could definitely live very, very happily only using Revolution products. I think that for the price that they are, they're fantastic, and I feel like because they are always bringing out new products, always bringing out new formulas, always duping other brands and things like that, because there's always new products coming out, I feel like I would never get bored. Like, there would always be something new to use, there would always be a new formula to try out, things like that. And I also feel like because I have dry skin, I know that I get on with their formulas really, really well. Their foundations and base products and things like that, I know I get on with them really, really well. Whereas some other brands, I'm like, I like other products but not their base products, or the other way around. I think that Revolution are just sort of standard across the board, and I really like so many of their products. I would happily just use that one brand forever. Obviously I don't want to, but if I had to, I could. Number two, what's the most underrated drugstore / affordable brand? And I really don't feel like currently there are many brands that I feel are underrated. I would say that for a long time I would have chosen e.l.f. I really, really rate highly a lot of the e.l.f. products. I don't like so much their base products, which is why I didn't choose them for question number one. However, I feel like recently a lot of hype has come out, obviously around the Charlotte Tilbury dupes and a few of their other products. I feel like they are finally getting the recognition that they deserve online, but I have genuinely loved so many of their products for years. I feel like some of their products are absolutely head and shoulders above the dupes that they're meant to be duping, and I am so glad that they're starting to get the recognition that I feel like they've deserved for such a long time. I do feel like they're still underrated. There's so many products, and I will get into this in a later question, there's so many products that I feel like still fly completely under the radar and nobody talks about, and I think they're fantastic. I do still feel like for the quality of the products that I love, they are still underrated. Like, some of the products I absolutely love from e.l.f. definitely just fly under the radar and nobody talks about them. So number three, what is the most overrated drugstore / affordable brand? And I would have to say for this one, Essence. I feel like Essence does good mascara, and I feel like that's all I really... Oh, and lashes. The lashes that I'm wearing today are from Essence. But other than that, I just don't really rate them. I feel like a lot of people rate their eyeshadows, and I don't think they're that great. The base products just don't work for me. I don't know if my skin is too dry, but I just really don't get on with Essence products in general. Like, if I never used an Essence product ever again, I don't think I would mind, but I feel like a lot of people hype them up. I feel like a lot of people hype up the base products, and I genuinely really dislike the base products, and I don't like slamming brands. Like, I'm sure if you like them, they're great, and I'm so happy that you get on with them. I just don't. I don't rate their products. I think that for the price that they are, yes, they're very affordable, but for the price that they are, you could get something from Elf, you could get something from Beauty Bay, you could get something from somewhere else and have a better product, in my opinion. I just don't think they're that great. They just don't work for me. And that's okay. If they work for you, then I'm happy for you. Number 4, what is your favourite drugstore product under, this says $5, but I'm in the UK, so I'm going to say £5, and I would have to say the Elf Wow Brow. Goodness gracious me. That product has changed my brow game. Like, it's changed the way that I do my brows. It is so fantastic, and another one that I don't really hear people talking about. I think it is fantastic. It's got these like little fibers in it, so it builds up your brows. For somebody like me who doesn't need a lot of hold, my brows stay where they are. I don't need to hold them in place. What I do need to do is make it look like I've got brows, build up the thickness of the brows. I have very blonde brow hairs, so I need to like build up that colour, and the Elf Wow Brow is single-handedly the only brow product that I could not live without. Cannot go a day without using that. I have 2 backups in my drawers just here. I cannot be without it. I use the shades brunette and dark brown depending on what brow pencil I've used or whatever. If I need to warm it up or cool it down, then I do have the 2 shades. Could not live without them. They are fantastic. That is such a fantastic product, and it's so affordable. Number 5, what is a hidden gem from the drugstore that nobody talks about? And I would have to say these blushes from Collection. Let me get the other colours that I have. So these are the Glow blushes from Collection. I do believe that these were launched in the summer, and I would say that these are my favourite formula of blushes that I've ever, my favourite formula of powder blushes that I've ever tried. And I don't think I've seen a single person talk about these online, and trust me, I watch a lot of YouTube. So we've got the shades Cherry, Peach and Bashful, and these are just the most beautiful glowy formula. They're not glittery, they are not too glowy, they just look really soft and luminous on the skin, and again, really affordable. They have other shades, I just have these 3, would definitely pick up more of them. I use these all the time, pretty much every single day. Obviously I didn't think this far ahead, and I don't have one on today, but trust me, those are beautiful. Number 6, what is your favourite drugstore foundation? The one that I am wearing today, and my all-time favourite. If you've seen literally any of my videos, then you will know what I'm going to mention here. The IRL Filter Foundation. It's fantastic. If you have dry skin, if you have oily skin, if you have skin that's somewhere in between, I rate this so highly. I have incredibly dry skin and I absolutely love it. I have seen other creators online who have incredibly oily skin and they love it too. It's just fantastic. It blurs everything out. It's so smoothing. You can use the tiniest little bit and mix it in with like some sort of serum. I like mixing it in with the polyglutamic acid from the Inky List to really sheer it out, or you can build it up. You can keep layering and layering and just create this full mask of product. It's so good. You don't need a concealer. That's how fantastic the coverage is. You can use this right up to your eyes, right across your eyes. It covers over everything. I have a lot of redness in my skin and this just covers over it beautifully. I cannot go on about that product enough. It is one of my standout products from the year. I absolutely love it. Number 7 is, what products do you tend to buy more at the drugstore versus high end? I don't buy high end. I don't rate it all that much. I mean, I am a drugstore gal through and through. I just don't see the value in buying products that are like as expensive as high-end products are. I have a few. I have a foundation from NARS. I have a few eyeshadow palettes. I don't rate them higher than the drugstore products that I have in a similar category. So none. I buy all of my products from the drugstore. It's just who I am as a person. Number 8, what drugstore brand do you think is overpriced? And I would have to say L'Oreal. I feel like in the last couple of years, L'Oreal has just gone through the roof with their prices. Like, some of their products are like £15–20. And I'm like, to me that's like high-end prices, but you're still only giving drugstore like quality. Like, I love L'Oreal, I love so many L'Oreal products, but they are significantly higher, I think anyway, for like the products that I buy, significantly higher than the other products from other brands. Like mascaras, you're looking at like £12-13 for a mascara, and they're good. One of my favourite mascaras is a L'Oreal one, but they are pricier. They, like, the prices are just a little bit higher than other brands, and I don't know if other brands have necessarily gone up so quickly as what L'Oreal has done. Like, I definitely feel like in the last couple of years L'Oreal has gone up so much further and so much quicker than other brands. Maybe it's just me. Like, do you feel the same? Do you feel like L'Oreal is definitely hiking their prices? I don't know. Obviously, like, things are getting more expensive. Obviously they are, but I feel like other brands haven't raised their prices as much as L'Oreal has. Number 9, what's your favourite drugstore dupe? And I would have to say these products here from e.l.f. These are the liquid glitters. I've got the shades 24 Karat Gold and Flirty Birdie here, and these are dupes for the Stila metallic glittery liquid eyeshadows. I don't know what they're called. Specifically the shade Flirty Birdie I swatched in store, and I also swatched one that was called kitten something. I can't remember because I didn't buy it. This is such a close dupe for it. I would almost say that this one is better. It's more glittery, and obviously, look at me, I love a glitter. That is a really close dupe. These have so many different colours, different shades, so if you have had your eye on those Stila ones, definitely check these ones out. I think these are like £6. Bargain. I wore the shade Flirty Birdie on my wedding day. I would absolutely wear it again in a heartbeat. It is absolutely beautiful. Some of my favourite products of all time. Number 10 is, what's the best drugstore eyeshadow formula? And I would have to say there's so many that I love, but in terms of consistency and knowing that I can pick up any palette from that brand and knowing that it's going to work fantastically, I would have to say Beauty Bay, which is again the ones that I'm wearing on my eyeballs today. So the Beauty Bay formulas I cannot rate highly enough. I haven't tried a palette from them that I haven't absolutely fallen head over heels in love with. I think that for the price, again, for the price, they are fantastic. I was umming and ahhing as to whether to mention Juvia's Place. I have loved Juvia's Place eyeshadows for a number of years now, and I recently tested the Allure 1 palette, and I was absolutely over the moon with it. It worked so beautifully. But then I tried another palette from them, and I don't know if this video is going to be going up before or after, but I tried another palette from them and it was a huge flop. So I feel like in terms of consistency, I would have to say Beauty Bay. All of their palettes I've tried have been fantastic. They are so affordable, they're really easy to get your hands on. You can just order straight off the Beauty Bay website. They ship directly to you. They're so good. The Neutrals palette and the Brights palette, I'm wearing the Brights one today, but the neutral palette as well is absolutely beautiful for everyday smoky brown neutrally looks. The Brights palette is obviously all of the colours that you would ever need in the world, and I rate them so highly, and I cannot believe it's taken me this long to try them. And then for number 11, what's the worst drugstore formula? And I would have to say, despite my first answer, I would have to say Revolution. I feel like some of their eyeshadows are fantastic. Some of them are absolutely amazing. Super pigmented matte, so easy to blend. The shimmers and glitters are beautiful. And then others you get and you're like, where's the pigment? Where's the glitter? And they just don't work. So again, I would say it's around about 50-50 with the eyeshadow palettes that I've tried from Revolution. 50% of them have been fantastic and 50% of them have been a flop. So that's enough for me to say that the brand is just not consistent enough. I don't feel like I'm necessarily drawn to try a lot of Revolution products. I mean, there's been a few. I have bought a few recently, but I'm not rushing out to get them like I am with the Beauty Bay ones because I'm so doubtful of the quality of them. Number 12 is the Drugstore brand you used to love but aren't crazy about anymore, and for this one I would have to say Rimmel. And hear me out, I used to absolutely love Rimmel products. The foundation, the one with the orange cap, the concealers, so many of their products I used to absolutely swear by, but I just don't love them anymore. I actually recently in the summer I tried the Rimmel Skin Awaken, I think it was called, foundation, the one with the orange cap that smelled like oranges. I tried that and I didn't realise that that is like straight up glitter all over your face, and the coverage isn't great and it's just not a very good foundation. Maybe it was one of the only ones that we used to have available to us like 10 years ago, I can't remember, but Rimmel used to be like one of my go-to brands, and I just don't find myself reaching for so many of their products anymore. I love their nude eyeliner. This one, I use this pretty much every single day, but other than that, Rimmel, I could take you or leave you, I'm sorry. Number 13 is the Drugstore product you didn't expect to like but totally wowed you. And I was trying to think of products that I haven't like been that excited about but then tried and now I can't live without, and that's sort of where I'm going with this one, and it would have to be this eyeliner from Profusion. This is the Everlasting Waterproof Liquid Liner. It's the liner that I'm wearing today, but I wear this so much, like pretty much every single time I wear a wing eyeliner I wear this one now. I was thinking, and I'm always cautious when I try a new liquid liner, because for me it doesn't matter how it applies, it doesn't matter how it even looks really, but it has to last. It has to still be there at the end of the day, not smudge, not flake off, all of that stuff. And this one, genuinely, I think it would stay through a nuclear war. Like, it is so long lasting, like almost to the point where it's a little bit of a struggle to take it off. But I don't mind that because I just want it to stay all day. And the plus point of this is that it is so black and so easy to apply. It's the tiniest, thinnest little brush tip applicator. It's so easy to apply. I actually received that in a mystery box and I was so happy to try it. It's such a good product, applies so quickly and so easily and lasts all day, and I don't think I could be without that liquid liner now. It's so great. And then number 14 is your favourite affordable eyeshadow palette right now, and the product that I would say for that is the Beauty Bay Neutrals palette. Obviously I love colour, obviously I love wearing a lot of colour, but on an everyday basis sometimes I just want a smoky brown through the crease and a bit of shimmer. So that is the one that I'm reaching for most often. I was sort of trying to weigh up in between the Beauty Bay Neutrals or the Brights, and I love both. So if I could have two options, please, I would say those two. However, if I have to choose just one, I would probably choose the Neutrals, because you can do so many looks with the variety of neutral shades. You would think a palette that's just neutral shades would get boring, but no, I have done so many different looks with that one palette. Like, I could genuinely change it up every single day for a month and not repeat the same look twice. There's so many different shades, you can do so many different combinations. There's warms, there's neutrals, there's more like mauvey pinky tones. I absolutely love it and I have been using it so much. I would say that that is my most used palette since I got it, which was at like the beginning of November. I think it has definitely been my most used palette. It's just beautiful, and I think that the variety of shades could work for literally anybody. And that is all of the questions. Let me know if any of these are like your favourites or least favourites. underrated or overrated? Let me know what your answers would be down below. If any of these you agree with or don't agree with, I would love to start up the conversation down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If there's any other videos like this, any tag questions that you would want me to answer, then also let me know down below. But I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!